Spiritual achievements are consummation of holy aspirations. He who lives constantly in a conception of noble and lofty thoughts, who dwells upon all that is pure and unselfish, will, as surely as the sun reaches as its zenith and the moon is its full, become wiser and noble in character, and rise into a position of influence and blessedness. Achievement of whatever kind is in a crown forever, the diadem of thought. By the aid of self-control, resolution, purity, righteousness, and the well-directed thought of innocence, by the aid of animality, indolence, impurity, corruption, and confusion of thought, a man descends. Okay, characterization. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, they have it in painter arts. Okay. Hmm. Change the size of character. So, okay. uh, mm, a man may rise in high success in the world and even to lofty attitudes in the spiritual realm, and again descends into weakness and wretchedness by allowing arrogant, selfish, and corrupt thoughts to take possession of him. Victory is attained by bright thought, can only be maintained by watchfulness. Many give way when success is assured and rapidly fall back into failure. All achievements, whether in the business, intellectual, or spiritual world, are the result of definitely directed thought, are governed by the same law, and are of the same method. The only difference lies in the object of attainment. He who would accomplish a little must sacrifice a little. He who would achieve much must sacrifice much. He who he who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly. Oh, wow, beautiful, beautiful painting here. Okay, visions and ideas. The dreamers are the saviors of the world. As the visible world is sustained by the invisible, so men, through all their traits and sins and solid vocations, are nourished by the beautiful visions of their solarity dreamers. Humanity cannot forget its dreamers. It cannot let their ideas fade and die. It lives in them. It knows them as the realities which it shall one day see and know. Composer, sculptor, painter, poet, prophet, sage, these are the makers of the afterworld, the architects of heaven. The world is beautiful because they have lived. Without them, laboring humanity would perish. He who cherishes a beautiful vision, a lofty idea in his heart, will one day realize it. Columbus cherished a vision of another world, and he discovered it. Copernicus fostered the vision of a multiplicity of worlds and a wider universe, and he revealed it. Buddha beheld the vision of a spiritual world of stillness, beauty, and perfect peace, and entered into it. Cherish your visions, cherish your ideals, cherish the music that stirs in your heart, the beauty that forms in your mind, the loveliness that drafts your purest thoughts, for out of them will grow all delightful conditions, all heavenly environment, all these If you but remain true to them, your world will at least be built. To desire is to obtain, to aspire is to achieve. Shall man's beast desire receive the fullest measure of gratification, and his purest aspiration starts for lack of sustenance? Such is not the law. Such a condition of things can never obtain, ask, and receive. Dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is a prophecy of what you shall at least unveil. The greatest achievement was at first, and for a time a dream. The oak sleeps in a acorn, the bird waits in the egg, and in the highest vision of soul, a waking angel stars. Dreams are the settings of reality. Your circumstances may be uncongenial, but they shall not long remain so if you but perceive an idea and starts to reach it. You cannot travel within and stand still without. Here's a youth hard pressed by poverty and labor, confined the long hours in an unhealthy workshop, unschooled and lacking all of the arts of refinement. But he dreams of better things. He thinks of intelligence and refinement, of grace and beauty. He conceives of mentality builds up an ideal condition of life, the vision of wider liberty, and a larger scope takes in possession of him. Unrest urges him to action, and he utilizes all his spare time and means, small though they are, to the development of his latent powers and resources. Very soon, so altered has his mind become that the workshop can no longer hold him. It has become so out of harmony with the mentality that it falls out of his life. Its garment is cast aside, and with the growth of opportunities which fit the scope of his expanding powers, he passes out of it forever. Years later, we see this usage in a full-grown man. We find him as master of certain forces of the mind, which he wields the worldwide influence and almost unequaled power. In his hands, he holds the cords and gigantic responsibilities. He speaks, and lo, lives unchanged. Men and women hang upon his words and remove their characters and the sunlight. He becomes an fixed and luminous in the center round, which innumerable destinies revolve. He has realized the vision of his youth. He has become one with his ideal. As you, too, useful reader, will realize the vision, not the ideal wish of your heart, be it base or beautiful, or a mixture of both. For you will always gravitate toward that which you secretly most love. And to your hands will be placed the exact results of your own thoughts. You will receive that which you earn, no more, no less. Whatever your present environment may be, you will fall, remain, or rise with your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration. In the beautiful words in Stanton Carham Davis, Kurt Helm Davis, you may be keeping accounts, and presently you shall walk out of the door that for so long has seemed to you and the very of your ideals, and shall find yourself before an audience, the pen still behind your ear, the ink stains on your fingers, and then there shall pour out of the torrent of your inspiration. You may be driving ship, and you shall wander to the city bucolic and open-mouthed, shall render. Another interpret the guardians of the spirit into the studio of the master, and after a time he shall say, I have nothing more to teach you, and now you have become the master. Who did so recently dream of great things while driving sheep? You shall lay down the saw, and plan to take upon yourself the regeneration of the world. The thoughts, the thoughtless, the ignorant, and the indolent, seeking only the apparent effects of things, and not the things themselves, talk of luck, of fortune, and the change. Seeing a man grow rich, and they say, how lucky he is. Observing another become intellectual, they exclaim, how highly favored he is, and nothing the saintly character, and why the influence of another, and they remark, how chance aids him at every turn. They do not see the trials and failures and struggles which these men have voluntarily encountered in order to gain their experience, have no knowledge of sacrifices they have made, of the undaunted efforts they have put forth, of the faith they have exercised, that they might overcome an apparently insurmountable, and realize the vision of their heart. They do not know the darkness in their heart. They only see the light and joy, and the holy luck. Oh, they do not see the long and arduous journey, but only behold in a pleasant goal, and the colleague good fortune. Do not understand the process, but only perceive the results and call it chance. In all human affairs there are efforts, and there are results, and the strength of effort is measure of the result. Chance is not. Gifts, powers, material, intellectual, and the spiritual positions are the fruits of effort. They are thousands completed, objects accomplished, visions realized. The vision that you glorify in your mind, the ideal that you enthrone in your heart, this you will build your life by, this you will become.